What's up? It's Greg. I don't know who's going to be watching this, but I wanted to make a YouTube video for whatever reason. The beginning of this year, 2025, I made like this bingo sheet thing with my friends, and one of the things on it was to make a YouTube video. And for whatever, I would be lying if I said I didn't make a YouTube video this year. They're just not public, but that's a whole nother story. But I wanted to make some kind of video and upload it onto this platform, even though this platform is very, it's a very different landscape than what it used to be, and what I'm sure whoever is watching this is used to seeing me do. But I still love this platform more than anything. I really cherish a lot of the time that I had, making videos when I was younger, and so whether you remember me from my random cover videos that I would do with some of my friends, or my little travel videos, or whatever they were, my silly little vlogs, yeah, this is a new me, and I'm still the same me. It's very strange because I've had a lot of time looking back on my old videos this past year, and it's so funny to look at because I'm still that same person who I was back then. I was still just this like kid who loved music and making things, and I very much still am that person today. I still love music, I still love making things. It's just, yeah, the pressures of life kind of, are a little bit more intense and more, I don't know. But I still am that like weird little kid who was awkward and shy and just for whatever reason enjoyed talking to a camera for however many people were watching on the other side. So I just wanted to make a random video just to say that, I know that I'm not in particularly the place in life that I want to be, but I know that I've done a lot of really cool things up until this point, and I'm very grateful for all the things that I have done. I feel like I've gotten to do really cool things with music, and I've gotten to make a lot of really cool things. I think one thing that I've really learned about myself this year is that I love making things, and I think that's the most honest and true way for me to express myself. So whether it's making music or writing things, whether it's like a blog post or whatever form of something I can make, like I love the act of creating something and sharing it. Whether people read it or listen to it or not is a whole nother thing, but I just love being able to make stuff, and I think that's just always been in me. So for whatever reason I wanted to make this. I don't know who's going to be watching this. If Waterloo wants to sponsor me, please hit up my DMs. But yeah, whoever's watching this, I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I don't know if I'm ever going to be using this platform on a regular basis again, but I'm still here in some places of the internet. If you want to find me, I am on TikTok. I post random covers on TikTok every once in a while. The one place I am very consistent on making things is my WordPress account, my little blog. I've been making a lot of really fun, creative write-ups about random concerts I go to, or yeah, these little like monthly roundup of music that I listen to every month. The last couple days, or the last week, I do this thing, this yearly thing called List Week, where it's like I round up all my favorite music moments from the year. And this year, I'm really proud of There's a plane, by the way. I'm not gonna cut this out because this is just real life, baby. Let's go. But this last week, I put out my List Week, which is my favorite albums of the year, my favorite songs of the year, favorite concerts, but there's a couple really really cool pieces that I'm really proud of, and one of them is called Your Favorite Music of 2025, which is this piece that I got a bunch of like friends and people who I know, even from just like the internet, to write a little piece of, written, oh my gosh, a written piece that they, about an album or something that they really liked about this year, music-wise. And I was so proud of that. I was so proud to see how creative people were and the way that people describe music and the way that people connected with music. I'm so proud of that. Um, Even though like it wasn't something I necessarily made myself, I'm proud that I was able to curate it and showcase it in a way that I did. And I really would love for more people to be a part of that. I would love to do that more on a regular basis, but I think it is really special when I am able to um, round up people for that. And I wasn't anticipating. I truly had never anticipated people, like, this is my second year doing it, and I never anticipate people actually participating in it. And I got about like 10 people I think this year to participate in it, and it just really was such a special thing. And then there also is another entry for this week, which is it was a very silly idea that I had, but it's this interview of myself that I did with a very special person to me. And when we did it, it was very, I think at first it was awkward and we're like trying to like, find our footing and everything. But once like I started writing it out and kind of getting a clear idea of what the voice is and everything, I started to realize like this is a very special piece of like media or content, not just for like, I don't know, if just for me in general. I feel like for where I am in life, and more than anything, like I hope whoever watches it, like if you want to know where I've been in life or you want to know what's going on in my head, I feel like that is like a good place to start. Also, I put out music this year. Not that like anyone cares, but I put out this little, I guess you can call it an album, but it's called Songs from Home. It's about 30 minutes of music, 11 songs, and I'm really proud of it. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a little while, and like this past year has been, I've gone through a lot of changes, and just this idea of home really struck me, and I wanted to make an album kind of about that, but also about love and just all these different things that I've been feeling, these big feelings that I've been feeling this year. And I think that's one thing I've also been learning too, is that I'm a very emotional person, I'm a very feelings type person, and this year has brought a lot of changes to me, but I think the one thing that's been consistent is my desire to make things and my desire to just feel everything. So I think with how crazy the world is right now, with all of the, I don't know, there's so much terrible things in the world. There's so many terrible things in the world, and it's just kind of hard to ignore it all, but it's also hard to just like sit in the silence of anything, because like then you just start ruminating over things, and I feel like I tend to do that a lot. But I think sometimes it's necessary to just talk to a camera for a little bit and just vocalize what you're feeling and how you've been feeling the past year. And I would say that I am proud of myself for this past year, even though I don't have a lot of things, or a lot of like, I don't have a lot of things to show for it, but I feel like where I am mentally and emotionally, I am in a better place. I feel like I'm more sure of myself and more confident in my voice and the things that I'm capable of doing. And I really hope that the next year really brings a lot more clarity and a lot more tangible reward for the work that I put in. But whatever happens in this life, like I know that I don't know, I'm just very happy. I feel like this has been the craziest year of my life, but it's also been honestly one of the happiest years of my life too, and I'm just very grateful for that. I think I've been leaning on to, even though I don't necessarily like to be around a lot of people, I tend to seclude myself a lot, but the people that I have been gravitating towards and connecting with really deeply have been very fulfilling, and I really appreciate those connections and those relationships a lot, and I hope to continue nourishing those and letting those flourish within the next year. And yeah, I don't know where this video is going. Does it have a point? Is there going to be an ending to this? I don't know. Maybe that's just a metaphor for life. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out Waterloo. And I don't know how to end these things. Okay. Take it easy.